Hello ladies, welcome to a new video on my channel, Heal Thy Feminine, where I discuss the importance of healing your inner girl in order to better embody healthy femininity and have the love and life of your dreams. So today's topic is going to be the importance of inward value versus external value. So one thing that I wanted to start this off with is the importance of being okay with wanting outside validation. I feel like a lot of times there's a lot of extremes, right? There's people who, believe that you should only get your needs met by yourself and you should never seek connection or seek experiences from others and things like that, and that you should only be concerned about your own internal worth, and you shouldn't care what other people think. Like, there's this big thing where you shouldn't care what other people think. And then there's other people who believe that, they don't really have worth unless there's other people, a man, a society, or whatever, validating their worth. So there's people on opposite ends of the pole and opposite extremes of the pole. And I just want you ladies to understand that, I want you to be in the middle, right? I do not believe, also in addition to that, there's this notion that, you should be you should be happy single, you should not care about wanting a man. I also do not believe that either. I believe that as humans, we were created for a connection. And I feel like it's very unhealthy mentality to be okay with being single. Now, it is different if you are single for maybe for a calling or a mission. For example, religious reasons, like if you're a priest or a monk, or maybe you have some biblical calling to be a single person, that's fine. Then you feel that a higher power is leading you to be single. I feel like that is pretty much the only exception, in my opinion, to actually actively want to be single. Not saying to be single, because a lot of times being single is not something that's necessarily under your control, but the want of singlehood, I feel like, unless you feel like there's a higher power leading you to be single, it's a little unhealthy. It's an unhealthy attachment style, right? It's kind of an avoidant attachment style, right? To avoid intimacy, avoid love, vulnerability, those type of things. And you feel like you're protecting yourself, but what you're really doing is keeping love out. And we all want love. So you want the love, but you're running from it, you're not letting it in. Okay? So what I want you ladies to be is in the middle of validation. And in the middle, I'm saying I want you to understand the importance of getting your needs met on the outside, but also getting your needs met on the inside. I don't want you to only focus on one. Like, let me meet my own needs. Let me be content being single, independent, or let me do all this inner work. And I'm just going to be single and I'm just going to focus on myself. I also don't want you to be like, I need a man. I can't live without a man. I need to go and be seen on Instagram with this great life, this physical appearance. I need people to validate me on social media or online in some ways, whether it's physical, mental, spiritual, whatever. I don't have that worth within myself. So I feel like the perfect combination is doing both, like balancing both, right? I feel like that makes you a whole healed woman, right? Because God created us as social beings. So we seek relationships, we seek friendships, we seek family, we seek co-workers, we seek romantic partners. So it's okay to want to have a connection and receive validation and security through that connection. And it's also very, very, very much okay to seek time for yourself, self-care, focus on your own goals, focus on your healing, focus on your self-improvement, focus on being your best self, and really being okay with being single. It's not necessarily that you want to be single or you love being single, but you're embracing where you are in life right now. Like, if you're single, you don't have anyone, you just say, this is where I'm at in life. But My heart is open to love. I'm open to intimacy. I'm open to vulnerability. I'm open to the real deal whenever that may come. But until then, I am okay with where I'm at. Okay, so that's a different energy than the energy of I don't need a man, or the energy of I desperately need a man, right? Like, you have a good balance there. You coming from a secure place, right? You're not anxious, you're not avoidant, right? You're coming from a secure attachment. You're not in the anxious attachment of I can't live without a man, or the avoidant attachment of I don't need a man. Both of those are unhealthy. You want to be in the balance of I am okay with where I'm at, but I'm open to future possibilities of love. I'm open to the flow of love in all its forms, through vulnerability, intimacy, love, passion, all those things, right? So the inward value that I want you ladies to work on is healing your inner girl of the trauma, right? If you feel like you attach to people too quickly, if you feel like, love is always evading you, if you feel like, you can never catch a break in love and things like that, or you keep having this negative pattern in love, I really want you to really hone down and focus on healing your inner girl. And some of the ways that I've talked about you can heal your inner girl is you can do some journaling. You can write a letter to your inner girl. You can picture yourself as a small child, probably around the ages of 4 or 5, and talk openly to that inner girl and tell her she's safe, she's secure, whatever your fears may be. If you have a fear of rejection, you can let her know that you'll always be there for her. You'll never reject her. If she has a fear of abandonment, you can tell her I'll never leave you, I'll always be there for you. Kind of got what they call popularly in the psychology realm repairing your inner girl, right? Like the validation and the love you didn't get as a child, you need to be that parent for your inner girl. You need to make her feel insecure, because if you don't, she's going to continue to attract situations and things to you, relationships to you, that mirror the dynamic of how you feel. So or your fears, I should say. So if you have a fear of abandonment, she's going to bring relationships into your life where your fear of abandonment will be on display, and it will be a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? You will be abandoned. If you have fear of rejection, you'll be rejected. If you have a fear of commitment, you won't be committed to, right? A lot of times people think people won't commit to them because of what's going on with the other person, but it's really, people are not committing to you because you yourself have a fear of commitment, right? Like, a lot of times we don't really see that within ourselves. We think, oh, I so desperately want to be in love, I so desperately want a relationship. But you really need to ask yourself, do you? Are you open to vulnerability? Are you open to intimacy? Are you open to allowing this person the deep part of your soul? You really have to be honest with yourself. In a lot of cases, when you get down to it, you're not, and that's why you're attracting people who cannot give you what you're not ready for. Okay, so I need you to focus on the inward value. Bring your own value, raising your self-esteem, raising your vibration, eating well. Like, ever since I became vegan, like, my vibration, my energy is just so up here, and I just feel so much more alive. There's so much more vitality within my body. So I definitely recommend that people, I'm not necessarily telling people to become vegan. I'm not one of those people, but I do feel like change your diet, eating healthy. Ever since I started working out regularly, same thing, so raising your vibration, raising your energy, meditation, regular meditations, either silent meditations or guided meditations, journaling, like I said, are great ways to connect to your inner girl. Hypnotherapy is a great way. Visualization. There's just a lot of different ways you can. EFT, emotional freedom technique, which is tapping on your body as you say positive affirmations to yourself. That's a popular one. So there's just different modalities that can help you to really inwardly connect with yourself, so you can raise your value and really feel like you are worthy and deserving of love. Okay, so that's the inward value part of it. So the outward value is that it's okay to seek relationship. It's okay to seek connection. It's okay to want that. It's okay to desire that. If you desire a connection, you desire marriage, you desire love, you desire children, whatever you desire is in romantic interest, it's okay. I see a lot of people online bullying other people, saying, oh, you need to be secure and happy and being okay with being single. No, you don't. No, you don't. Do not believe that. It's okay if you're unhappy about being single. But at the same time, I don't want you to beat yourself up about it. I don't want you to play the victim role. I don't want you to feel like, oh my God, my life is over, and feel depressed. right? None of those things are happy, but it's okay to not be content in being a single person, because that's not how God created us. In the Bible, in the beginning, he says, it's not good for man to be alone. So God created us to seek connection and to be in connection with other human beings, particularly in romantic relationships, because that's where we seek our most growth. That's where we really grow it as individuals. You can do a lot of work on yourself individually, but you won't really grow, especially spiritually, and be your best self unless you are in a relationship with another human being, particularly a romantic relationship. People, man and woman, grow and become their best selves when they are in a healthy relationship. So you should always seek to be in a healthy relationship. And that's just my opinion. Don't burn me at the stake. But I just believe that it's okay to seek that. But again, take away the desperation, take away the thirstiness, take away the woe is me, the martyrdom, the victimhood about it. And just, instead of saying, oh, I'm happy being single, just say, I accept where I'm at. I accept where I am on my path right now. But I know things are changing for me. I know love is coming soon. Right? So your acceptance, but you're open. And that is feminine, actually. You're accepting, but you're open. That is the part of being feminine. That is the part that will bring the best masculine energy to you. So, ladies, I want you to be okay with seeking love. I want you to be okay with wanting marriage. I see a lot of people online trying to tell people they shouldn't want marriage. They should be more concerned about a bag. And by bags, I guess it fits to say materialism, but when I say bag, you know, the saying like get a bag, like people should be focused on their careers and money and things like that, and traveling, all these other things. And I think that those are great parts of life and things like that. But I feel like it's particularly as a woman and as a feminine woman, you seek connection with the masculine and you want to be connected and loved by the masculine. And that is part of being feminine. I feel like women who do not desire that deep connection with the man probably are more in their masculine energy. Because men in masculine energy generally seek independence, but women seek dependence. So it's being feminine to want to be connected to a man, but at the same time, you kind of have to understand that balance, particularly when you're dealing with men, because initially they don't want to commit up front. Like, no man who's healthy is like trying to commit really quickly. If a man is committing to you really quickly, then I would see it as a red flag, right? Because he's not in his healthy masculinity, because a masculine man thrives on his independence. So it's not that he's necessarily against committing. Even if he says that he is, it's not that he's against committing. It's just that he needs time to fall into commitment, right? It needs to feel good to him. He can't feel like his freedom is being taken away. Okay, so I'm really sorry about the last video cutting off. So basically what I was saying in that video is that it's okay to seek validation in wanting a relationship and wanting a man. The only thing I would just behoove everyone to be careful of is, you know, maybe the desperation of it, or just not being happy with where you are in life. But it's absolutely okay to desire a relationship, and I don't want anyone to tell you that there's something wrong with you because you desire marriage or anything like that. I see that a lot online, where people make other women feel bad because they desire to get married, and they should say, oh no, you should be happy being single. But I don't believe that's true. And I think that, like I said in the beginning, if you're not single for some higher purpose, then I really don't see the value in wanting to be single. That's not how we were created. Like I said, maybe God has called a few people to be single and things like that, but I don't think that's the majority's calling. I think that what he said in the beginning is that it's not good for man or woman to be alone really stands true for the majority of the human race. So if you desire to be in a relationship, if you want to be in a relationship, then definitely do not feel bad about that. So I'll say that. And I'll say, on the same token of seeking value outside of yourself, is that don't do it to the point of degrading yourself or your dignity or your self-respect. Now, I'll let you guys interpret that how you want. I'm not going to say anything about any specific ways to do that, or specific ways that may take place, that you can be degrading yourself, devaluing yourself, not having dignity, not having self-respect. I'm not going to say my opinion on those ways, because we live in a very sensitive time. But I would just say when you're seeking value on the outside of yourself, it's okay, because we are humans, and we do want connection. So ladies, don't feel bad about that. But just make sure that you are at all times respecting yourself and having integrity, right? Have integrity no matter what. What is moral to you, what is good to you, and just be honest with yourself, and don't sell your soul, and don't sell yourself short. Okay, so I hope that encourages everyone. I hope that makes everyone feel better about wherever they may be on their journey or their path. Until next time, ladies, have a great day. Bye bye.